It's Thursday, November 28, and it's 27 days to Christmas. Government will not sit idly by and let Republic Bank disrupt the lives of thousands of Guyanese, and third hackathon gets underway. Welcome to InfoHub. Government will not sit idly by and let Republic Bank disrupt the lives of thousands of Guyanese. This and more on this week's Post-Cabinet Roundup with Paul McAdam.
Cabinet met on November 19 and 26th. Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph HARMON, noted Cabinet's concern at the recent spate of road deaths, which numbered 106 as of November 26.
Not only the numbers, but the quality of the persons. There are young people who are dying, some of them in the prime of their youth. Some of these are well-qualified people who are now basically poised to take the benefit of what is going to happen to Guyana in terms of its development. And for the lives to be snuffed out in that way, it's really a painful thing. So as a government, we share that pain, and we will do whatever is necessary to ensure that our roads are safe.
Cabinet was also briefed on the suspension of the IDB-funded Sheriff Strait Road Expansion Project, remedial actions being taken, and the successful two-day Region 9 ministerial outreach. The latter saw the commissioning of the Bark Retreat 4-lane road, wells, and substantial donations being made to various indigenous communities.
Cabinet thanked the ministers for their efforts in reaching out to the residents of Region Number 9 and noted that the developments in the region were contributing to the bridging of the developmental gap between the coastland and the hinterland.
A report on the CARICOM Indian Summit held on the margins of the 74th session of the UN General Assembly was given by Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Karen Cummins. India proposed a $14 million grant for community development projects and a $150 million line of credit for the implementation of renewable energy projects regionally.
Out of the two sums approved for CARICOM by the Indian government, Guyana would receive $1 million in the form of a grant for quick impact community development projects and $10 million from the line of credit for the implementation of development of renewable energy resources, including solar and climate change related projects.
Cabinet also approved attendance at several overseas workshops for local heads of agencies and gave its no objection to several multi-million-dollar contracts. DG Harmon indicated that the conversation has already started on the removal of several critical public infrastructure agencies from the coast due to adverse climate effect changes.
You cannot get away from the fact of climate change. You cannot escape the fact that there will be rising sea levels. Every time there's a high tide in Region 3, where I'm from, you can see the seawall is here, and the water is meters above the seawall. So unless you keep building the wall higher and higher and higher and higher, there must at some point in time be in our consideration what we're going to do going forward.
The challenges faced by thousands of Republic Bank customers was also noted.
We will not sit idly by and see large sections of our population being affected by an entity and sit down and do nothing about it. I think that Minister Jordan, when he gets back here, would probably outline some other measures which will have to be put in place. If the bank has to alter its mechanisms, it has to put in place some manual facility so that the people can get their money, then they will have to do it. They will have to do it.
Paul McAdam with Cabinet Roundup.
Changing the lives of Guyanese in the 21st century with the use of digital solutions is the goal as the Ministry of Public Telecommunications hosts its third hackathon.
Hackathon 2019 will see 4 teams in a grueling software development battle to create software to report crime with an emphasis on domestic violence. A collaborative effort between the Ministry, the ICT Access and E-Services Project, and the United Nations Development Programme, the outcome of the 3-day event will be implemented to create real solutions in Guyana.
So we really have the responsibility, we feel, to provide the platform that will deliver a high level of service. And this is even more necessary as we move Guyana towards creating a digital state.
The ministry continues to focus on the development of an ICT-ready workforce through initiatives which can create solutions to national issues and, by extension, create employment opportunities.
Today's hackathon is intended to provide digital solutions to areas of sustainable livelihood, e-learning, and security. We look forward to working with the winners of this innovation challenge, and we wish you luck, who would be granted the opportunity to scale up their prototype and to provide not only effective solutions to address national priorities, but also to demonstrate to stakeholders and public institutions the potential impact of using ICTs to deliver public services.
As the government continues to enhance Guyana's technological capacity and infrastructure, the ministry will continue to do its part to foster the use of ICT as a tool for national development, creativity, and innovation. Themed Hack for a Digital Solution, this year's hackathon runs from November 29 to December 1, 2019 at the Arthur Chung Conference Center. Letitia Isaacs for InfoHub.
Over the next 3 years, government estimates that $14 billion will be needed to execute emergency works along Guyana's foreshore to strengthen the country's sea defenses that are threatened by climatic conditions.
Minister of Public Infrastructure, the Honorable David Patterson, made this announcement on Wednesday evening at the University of Guyana's Turkantine Talks.
When we do start thinking of building, we have to start thinking of the locations. We have to start the very difficult and painful thought of the future of our city. The cost for the next 2 years is estimated for these 32.9 kilometers. The cost to repair, rehabilitate, to replant for these 32.9 kilometers is 14 billion Guyana dollars.
This 32.9 kilometer zone is within the 473.7 kilometer area of Guyana's shoreline from Shell Beach in Region 1 to the Quarantine in Region 6. The theme of the discussion was green building for resilient future cities. In this regard, Minister Patterson urged the panelists to pay attention to the location in which buildings are constructed so that they can withstand not only the test of time, but climatic conditions. For 2019, the Danzig to Fairfield area in Region 5 has received the brunt of the spring tides that reached record heights. Under the Public Infrastructure Ministry, $2 billion has been allocated annually to address the country's sea defenses. Government intends to establish a high-level committee to address some of the issues and recommendations that would have been brought to the fore from the discussions. SHAQUILLE BOURNE for InfoHub.
Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Nicolette Henry, today met with the entire student population of Richard Ishmael Secondary, along with the teachers. At a special assembly, the Education Minister encouraged the children to find other ways, apart from violence, to deal with differing views and conflicts. The minister told the children that there is a certain behavior that is set out in the school policy that they should at all times adhere to. She told the students that any deviation from what is expected will be dealt with firmly. Minister Henry also met separately with the teachers who gave feedback and shared suggestions. In addition, the students that were involved in a fight that went viral on social media met with the minister and were made to apologize to each other. The investigation into the incident is ongoing. More on this story can be read on our website, dpi.gov.gy. When we return, employees of Guyana Shore Base Incorporated benefiting from occupational safety and health training, and 21 women graduate from Board of Industrial Training Garment Construction Program. Details after the break. Stay with us.
Daddy!
Welcome back. Employees of the Guyana Shore Base Incorporated are benefiting from a 2-day occupational safety and health training, which will enable them to execute their mandate in accordance with the law.
Commencing on Thursday, the 2-day training exercise will allow the staff to participate in oral and video presentations, role play, group work, and case studies. The initiative is being facilitated by the Occupational Safety and Health Department of the Ministry of Social Protection. According to Occupational Safety and Health Officer JOHANA VAUGHN, the objective of the training program is to equip workers with the basic knowledge and skills.
The learning objective, it demonstrates an understanding of the basic tenets of occupational safety and health, recognize and evaluate hazards in the workplace, and describe measures for the elimination and control. Develop competency in the conduct of accident investigations. Know and understand their roles and responsibilities as representatives of the Joint Workplace Safety and Health Committee.
General Manager of GYSBI, Sean Hill, expressed his satisfaction with the effort of the ministry and stated that his company firmly believes that everyone has the right to return home safe.
By providing all of the training to enable this, we believe that we are making everybody aware of all of the requirements of the industry, of our standards, of our processes. Once they get awareness and once they acknowledge that they have awareness and they have the skills, it will enable them to be more competent in their jobs. It will enable them to get more development potential, and we'll be able to improve nationalisation of our workforce, and everyone can go home safe, and we can grow the company, we can grow the industry here in Guyana.
At the conclusion of the training, it is anticipated that the participants will be able to conduct a workplace inspection and prepare a plan to control and/or eliminate hazards in their workplaces. For InfoHub, I am KELLON ROVER.
The Board of Industrial Training on Wednesday graduated 21 women from its garment construction program, and 38-year-old NEEMWATTIE BALDEO said she has received the skill she always desired. Details from AYANA George.
NEEMWATTIE BALDEO is just one of the 21 graduates who completed the Board of Industrial Training Garment Construction program. The woman highly praises the agency and her tutor for helping her to make a dream reality.
My mom, she was a seamstress, but the only thing I didn't grab from my mom was I couldn't cut anything. I've always gone in a zigzag pattern. I've never went it straight. After completing this course, automatically Miss Clark said to me, "I'll send your fingers straight," and she did send it straight. And that is one thing I would cherish for.
19-year-old NAOMI Williams is a communications student at the University of Guyana. She related to InfoHub that she welcomes the opportunity to learn a new trade.
After I started University of Guyana, I still continue to do garment construction because I found the need to know something about garment, because you're not just going to the stores and buying stuff, but also you can sew your own things, do it as a business.
Regional Executive Officer, Region 4, Genevieve Allen, who was the main speaker at the graduation ceremony held at the Cane Grove Community Center, East Coast Demerara, urged the graduates to be innovative and prepare themselves for a transforming Guyana.
You should aspire that not one person or two persons, but because you've worked together for 4 months and over to acquire these skills, that you can band yourself together in one group, put your thoughts and initiatives together, so that next year and the next year and the next year, we can look back and say that because we have pooled our resources and our initiatives together, we have formed an industry of production.
For InfoHub, AYANA George.
Do remember to take advantage of the ongoing Restaurant Week, which comes to an end on December 1. Over 20 restaurants are participating in the event and will be offering delightful dishes at reduced prices. More information can be found on our social media pages. Before we go, here's a reminder to check our website dpi.gov.gy and Facebook and Instagram pages for reports from the government outreach to the Rupununi held over the past weekend. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.